Are sterndrives dead yet? Well, no, not yet is my thinking on this. There's a number of benefits that still exist with a sterndrive boat. Transom access is one of them. The looks for winterization, if that's important to you, you can definitely get that. And you know, the argument is there, but I think the points for outboards are now starting to very much outweigh the points against. What are they? Maintenance, serviceability. Outboards are excellent. All the hull designs, they're now starting to be really optimized for outboards, so we don't really have any loss in performance. And the performance, well, keep watching, you're going to find out about that. The other thing is the sound. You know, a lot of you guys probably wanted in the past an inboard boat because of that beautiful sound it makes. Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of these modern outboards, they're right up there now in terms of the sound optimization. What are we on? We're on the Regal 33 XO. So this is an outboard powered twin Yamaha 300 horsepower boat. A good old-fashioned sports cruiser, but it's not old-fashioned, it's the modern sports cruiser. So if you think this is a style of boat that could be of interest to you, I actually have a detailed walkthrough video separate to this. I'm going to link to that at the very end of this video, so keep watching. And if you want to see how fast this boat goes, we're going to go flat chat, but just keep watching. We'll do that when we get into some calmer water, because right now we're going to be going through some bumpy stuff. Anyway, Dan Jones is my name. Welcome to Dan's Boat Life. It is a cracking day. Sydney is doing its thing. Sydney is doing what you would expect it to do on a February day, so put it that way. And it's very encouraging to anyone who wants to go boating, because this is when Sydney shines, and this is when people want to be on boats like this. Anyway, let's get driving. You came here to discover the performance, so we're going to do that. I'm just going to get the boat up and moving. At the moment, I have my digital Yamaha throttles. Now, going through waves, it is useful to put these in single lever mode from time to time. I'm going to drive it on dual because I'm pretty confident I can handle the bump switcher upcoming. I've got this beautiful solid stainless steel steering wheel. This is really high quality stuff here. This is adjustable, and you have the steering knob, which is very good for close quarters maneuvering. We will do some of that towards the end of the video as well. I have the joystick just here, so I can go, my right throttle hand can drop down to the joystick, and the bow thruster is immediately to port of that. I've got my safety just here. I don't really see myself falling out of this boat, so there's no logical reason to use that today. And I've got my trim tabs, which are just aft of my panel. We'll see that a little bit closer up in the walkthrough. Conditions are calm. We're entering very little wind, nothing, 3 knots if we're lucky, but we will be entering some ocean slop in a second, so let's get moving. I'm just going to bring the revs right up. So I've got it on fuel flow and not revs, but I have had a drive already, so I'll give you a bit of an estimation because I know what revs we should be sitting on at what speeds. Kayakers, boats all around, and we'll just sit it on that 27 knot speed. Sorry, 24 at the moment, which means 3,800 revs, and that's giving me a fuel flow of 65 litres, and let's speed that up. A little bit of fairy wash. This boat's about, what do we say, 6.2 tonnes. So she's quite substantial in terms of her displacement, and you feel the weight, 568 litres of fuel, 130, maybe 40, I forget, litres of water. But what I'm trying to convey in that message is you feel the substance of the boat when you're going through the waves. Some boats really want to jump around a little bit. Some boats are going to jar you somewhat as you go through some of this little bit of moderate boat wash that we are right now. This boat's definitely not doing that. I'm just sitting on a speed of 25 knots, so it's going to be about 3,900 revs, and that's showing me a fuel flow of 78 litres, and I'm going to speed that up. I'm just going to get around this corner. A little bit of cavitation on that wave just there, but nothing alarming. We're just going to go hard turn in a second to get out of this ferry's way. If you can hear some rattling, on my port side, that is for the clears. We've got them off for the chute. If that annoyed you, you can actually just take that track out and basically not use it. You could have a full storm cover, which goes from windscreen to the back of the boat. But you know, if you're like a lot of people and you want to have a little bit of options, you know, when the weather does turn, you want to be able to close the boat up, you may want to keep that. Now the boat wash and chop is considerably more. I can see white water all around to 1 hour ago when we had the drone up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to maintain 27 for now, but I'm going to drop the nose. I'm going to drop the nose with the trim tabs, and we've just got a little bit of ocean swell rolling through here, so we are going to be bouncing a little bit. There we go. I've got engines down, got some waves from boats, from ocean, from ferries, and she's handling it nice. No water over the bow. I'm maintaining that 27 knots. Here's a good one now, and okay, really good. Very dry, comfortable, no problems there. We've got another one. This is going to be another short, sharp one. Not a bad landing. So here's that displacement coming into its own, what I was referring to before. You do notice it on this boat. I got a little bit of trim tab down. I'm just going to keep going. The ferries are rolling around today. It's not a calm ocean condition. We've got low wind, but we do have swell. Up and over, up and over. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm taking the waves at a 45-degree angle now, and you know, crossing the heads on a typical summer's day. This is simulating big boat wash or big ocean stuff. We're fine. You know, the Americans, they do a good job with their construction. The boat's really just landing. Everything feels solid, and I note that this optional T-top that this boat has, and I think every Aussie would go for, you know, it's only got the one support, but we are bouncing through waves here. That thing is not moving. So that is a good construction. We'll have a look at that in a bit more detail when we get to the walkthrough. Okay, so now I'm going across waves. I'm going to raise my trim tabs. Okay, they're fully retracted. I'm going to go wide because I've got some boat traffic, and I'm going to start going down swell about now. And I'm still sitting on 4,000 revs. 26 to 27 knots through the waves. My fuel flow ranging from high 70s to 88 litres per hour, and I believe that is a total figure. That's a total figure. So we'll just keep on that speed for now because that's a logical, safe speed to be crossing a busy waterway like today. You can see my throttle hand, I'm actually just resting my palm on the throttle base itself, and just I've got my fingers on the throttles. If I needed to do some adjustment, it's there. I've got some waves from the left and some waves from the right. Wow, yeah, this displacement really is coming into its own. You just feel solid. That's great. This is what I like about outboards giving us the ability to still have that cool sports cruiser look that so many of you enjoy, but now we've got extra performance, greater maintenance. So when I say greater, I don't mean more expensive, I mean easier. I mean, you know, you can get away with running the boat for longer because you're just trimming those engines up and out of the water. It's perfect for Sydney boating. We use our boats all year round. There isn't really a season, you know, you still go boating in winter, and with a design like this, it's just ideal. In saying that, if you're in Melbourne and you dry stack your boat, because I know a lot of you Melbourne guys, you go and use your other boat, whether it's in Queensland or in Italy or in France, and you just use your Melbourne boats from like November to March. So for you, maybe a sterndrive would be suitable, but for Sydney and North, you know, the arguments really are debatable. So let's wind that speed up, 29, 30 knots, coming through 4,300 revs, 4,500 revs, 32 knots. Okay, I'm just going to give it full speed. Acceleration is real, knots are coming through 39, my trim tabs are fully retracted, my speeds hit 40 knots, my speed feels like it wants to climb, 41, 42 knots, 42 knots, 198 litres consumption, fantastic, 43 and a half knots, a little bit of bounce through some waves here, but quite controllable. Let's just slow that down now, and we'll just carry it through a nice wide turn and we'll keep going. 43 knots! So this is great, this is a real advantage, whereas once upon a time you would have been limited to 32 knots top speed and you know a cruising speed of 22 to 27, but we just maintained 27 that whole way through waves. I'm turning here at 32, that feels like a fast cruise, and we've got 43 knots top speed. That is absolutely epic. Let's keep it in the flat water because we've just done that. I'll just take around a couple more turns just to get a feel for it. So that's great, guys. That's a real benefit. That's a real advantage, because what does that do for you? If you are a fast boat person, no, let me rephrase this. I want you to think of a fast boat as kind of like a time machine. If you are someone that values your time, if you are someone that wants to get to your destination and enjoy what you planned on doing, which is whatever, swimming, relaxing, entertaining, this time machine will do that for you. These outboard engines, if it's flat water, they'll get you there at 43 bloody knots. But in a more realistic world, they will cruise you at 27 to 32 knots, which I just saw, and give you those epic blasts and runs home. If you're used to or considering slower boats, you just won't get as much done in a day. So that's where I see a massive advantage in having a set of outboards on the back like this. Yes, you've got to maybe just make do with not having as clear access to the water because your transom does have a couple of engines on the back, but I really don't see that as a negative from what I've just experienced. So yeah, I think that's my thought process on this one. What would you compare this boat to if you're in the market for this Regal? The Sea Ray 320 Sundancer, I've done a test of that. I might leave a link in the description. The Galleon 325 GTO, I think it's called a 325 GTO. I haven't tested that one, but check out Marine Max. Those blokes in America have done an interesting walkthrough. I think that boat's probably a valid competitor to this, and probably the Beneteau 32 Gran Turismo. I'll be on it tomorrow, so stay tuned. But this is typical, epic, high quality Regal stuff. Amazing performance, solid, good feeling at the helm, and safe and secure through those waves. And I want to point out, not a lick of water over the bow. And let me just have a look at the stern. Even the seats at the back are dry. So you're going to be comfortable, your guests are going to be comfortable, and you're not going to scare people. So that's really cool. Guys, if you like this content, if you want to see more, if you want to get it out to your mates, if it's helping you buy boats, which I hope it is, because that's what I'm trying to achieve, subscribe, give us a like. Tick the bell notification if you want to see all the videos. I post twice a week, sometimes more. And if you're really into it, support my Patreon. I'd appreciate that. If you want to see a detailed walkthrough on this very boat, click on the link coming up somewhere on the screen right now. I'll work that out sooner or later. Thanks, guys.